Sun Tzu, The Art of War, Chapter 7. Sun Tzu, The Art of War, Chapter 7, and it's called the Fray. So first of all, I'm just going to quickly recap, then I'm going to go into the verses of the Fray, Sun Tzu, The Art of War. And we do have a war in Europe at the moment, so you might want to consider how the generals or the rulers are doing in relationship to their war. Not that I am supporting a war, I don't. I think that we must be able to do it a different way. However, the men we have in charge at the moment seem to want to do war. It's not just men though, is it? But that's for another video. Okay, so the making of plans, which is about calculations, the waging of war, the cost of doing war, strategic offensive, what is your strategy and what is their strategy, forms and dispositions, potential energy, which is the falcon swooping down with perfect timing and breaking the back of the prey, empty and full, be like water, my friend, I think Bruce Lee said, and the chapter is about water and formlessness. Now we're onto the Fray, which I think speaks for itself. So Master Sun said, in war, the general receives orders from his sovereign, assembles the troops and forms an army. He makes camp opposite the enemy. The true difficulty begins with the fray itself. The difficulty of the fray lies in making the crooked straight and in making an advantage of misfortune. Take a roundabout route and lure the enemy with some gain. Set out after him, but arrive before him. This is to master the crooked and the straight. The fray can bring gain, it can bring danger. Throw your entire force into the fray for some gain, and you may still fail. Abandon camp and enter the fray for some gain, and you may lose your equipment. Order your men to carry their armor and make forced march day and night without halting. March 30 miles at double speed for some gain, and you will lose all your commanders. The most vigorous men will be in the vanguard, the weakest in the rear. 1 in 10 will arrive. March 15 miles for some gain, and the commander of the vanguard will fall. Only half the men will arrive. March 10 miles for some gain, and 2 in 3 men will arrive. Without its equipment, an army is lost. Without provisions, an army is lost. Without base stores, an army is lost. Without knowing the plans of the feudal lords, you cannot form alliances. Without knowing the lie of hills and woods, of cliffs and crags, of marshes and fens, you cannot march. Without using local guides, you cannot exploit the lie of the land. War is founded on deception. Movement is determined by advantage. Division and unity are its elements of change. Be rushing as a wind. Be stately as a forest. Be ravaging as a fire. Be still as a mountain. Be inscrutable as night. Be swift as thunder or lightning. Plunder the countryside and divide the spoil. Extend territory and distribute the profits. Weigh the situation carefully before making a move. Victory belongs to the man who can master the stratagem of the crooked and the straight. This is the art of the fray. The military primer says, when ears do not hear, use gongs and drums. When eyes do not see, use banners and flags. Gongs and drums, banners and flags are the ears and eyes of the army. With the army focused, the brave will not advance alone, nor will the fearful retreat alone. This is the art of managing many. In night fighting, use torches and drums. In daylight, use banners and flags so as to transform the ears and eyes of the troops. A whole fighting force can be robbed of its spirit. A general can be robbed of his presence of mind. The soldier's spirit is keenest in the morning. By noon it has dulled. By evening he has begun to think of home. The skillful warrior avoids the keen spirit, attacks the dull and the homesick. This is mastery of spirit. He confronts chaos with discipline. He treats tumult with calm. This is mastery of mind. He meets distance with closeness. He meets exhaustion with ease. He meets hunger with plenty. This is mastery of strength. He does not intercept well-ordered banners. He does not attack a perfect formation. This is mastery of change. These are axioms of the art of war. Do not advance uphill. Do not oppose an enemy with his back to a hill. Do not pursue an enemy feigning flight. Do not attack keen troops. Do not swallow a bait. Do not thwart a returning army. Leave a passage for a besieged army. Do not press the enemy at bay. This is the art of war. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. If you would like to encourage me, well, not that I'm going to stop, but if you would like to encourage me, press the subscribe button, hit the like button, or for more, go to zeteticmind.com. ZETETICMIND, zeteticmind.com.